All right, my friends, welcome back to Avid Auto. So today we are getting rid of this OEM exhaust, this nice bronze copper colored OEM exhaust. I'm changing it out for this bad boy right here. Changing it out for this bad boy right here. Akrapovic carbon exhaust. I'm pretty excited about this. They say that you supposedly do not have to You do not have to flash your motorcycle, your ECU, or anything like that. That's what they say. They suggest that if you take the baffle out, that you should probably do something like that. I'd say bikes already run pretty lean, so I think it would be best to just go ahead and have it tuned up again or flash that ECU. I'm gonna run it with the baffle in for the sound comparison tests. Both the stock and the Akrapovic sound tests will be done with the engine already warmed up. And yeah, let's get started. So guys, as I said, I already warmed up here. All right, so we're all warmed up, so here's the warm start. Definitely a little bit of white smoke, but that'll go away after a while. So here's some revs.
That's freaking sexy.
Damn. All right, so first thing you do is you take this piece off, take those two bolts off right there, bam. Then you take this off, then this. Don't forget about these two. Now we can start unbolting it at the engine side. So I was genuinely worried whether or not I was going to reach all of these bolts here, and don't worry, you actually can. So, and here's a louse one, boom. This is a 12 millimeter right here. This was a 17 millimeter. The big socket here was a 22. And I just zip tied my brake assembly up here just to keep it out of the way so it doesn't knock and move around and scratch up engine cover or anything like that. All right, so another thing is you're gonna pull this bolt out right here. It's a 12 millimeter on this side, 12 millimeter here. After you do that, the exhaust will drop. All right, so here's the exhaust removed from the bike. As you can see, it's pretty bulky. It's actually surprisingly kind of heavy. Definitely shedding some weight here for sure. All right, we're gonna take the hanger off. So this bolt and this bolt. All right, so we're getting ready to put this section on the bike. They say you need a spring puller to attach, your spring from here to here. You really don't actually. You can use like a flathead or something, or even the other end of the spring. You just put it here, and then put something else to just pull it the rest of the way. It's actually not that difficult. All right, and I'm gonna at least hand tighten these bolts on here to hold it in place, since it was a little tricky to get on. The gaskets that are inside don't like to stay there while you try to put the exhaust in. They fall out, so a little tricky. Now we're going to attach the given O2 sensor sizer, or whatever you want to call it. Put it in here, then we attach the O2 sensor in, and it says to torque it down 29 foot-pounds. Next we'll put this plate in here, and then we will bring the brake assembly and reconnect it. All right, so for this part of the hanger back here, we're gonna go ahead and reattach. So this is supposed to go in the hanger up in here, and it's really crappy metal, and so as soon as I started screwing my bolt through it, it just kind of ripped and broke. So basically what I did is I found just another nut I had in my garage, and I just put it on it over here. If you don't have one, you can just go find one at Home Depot to match it. It's gonna secure it a lot better than this flimsy metal. Didn't even mate properly, so. All right, so we got everything pretty much hand tightened up here. We got this tightened all the way in. We got our hanger tightened all the way down. I got this tightened almost all the way just in case there's any issues. This is the part where the mufflers are gonna mount. So now for the best part though, I'm gonna put this thing on. Oh yeah, that looks sexy as shit. All right, so just put your springs on, one in the front here, one on the other side. All right, so when you tighten all this down, and because this is so close to the frame here, it's really difficult to get your bolt through either this side or even this side and put your nut on it. So I loosen all this up so I can go ahead and initially put it through, and then I'll tighten it down afterwards. So we got everything on there, everything bolted in nice and tight. Next thing I'm gonna do is just clean all the pipes, clean everything. Fingerprints and stuff like that can get burned into the metal when it gets at hot operating temperature. So I'm just gonna clean it up real quick. All right, first time start, it's cold start. First time going on. Let's see what it sounds like. Hell yeah. All right guys, thanks for watching. I'll put another video up later of it running on the road and stuff like that. But it was a little pricey, but totally worth it. Absolutely love it. Much better sound, much more throaty, and cars are definitely gonna know I'm near them instead of the stock exhaust where it's so quiet and I could be beside somebody just cruising along and them not really hear me. So definitely a good buy.